We are not trees. They didn't plant us in one place to stay there all the life. To say or do something that seems to us to be the reason for our life. You don't have to settle for the life you have because you have studied that job. You don't have to be satisfied because you have finally found that job you wanted so much, but in the end you have seen that working 8 hours a day for 6 days makes you barely make it to the end for the month, and the time you have left is strictly necessary to pay bills or looking after the house where you live. You don't have to be satisfied because you don't have a degree and I can find better than this. You have to broaden your horizon. You have to perceive that today the world is much closer than 20 years ago, and maybe on the other side of the globe there is precisely that word that you would not find here: happiness. You must always continue to study, because knowledge is the daughter of freedom. Because if you stay with the cultural baggage you have built for yourself, you will probably be left with a limit that you will not able to overcome. Study, yes, but for how long? Forever, for a lifetime, is our inner wealth. It is the engine that powers the achievement of any goal. But what to study? Simple, what you like, what makes you happy, what intrigues you, what you think will one day come in handy. The important thing is to do it constantly and always read with curiosity and open-mindedness. Never think, I know this. Always read to see if there are other points of view, because times change and there is a need to update, because there is always someone better than you who can teach you something. But I have no money to move. I don't believe it. Show me what phone you have. You have no shortage of money. You lack the courage to change. You lack the desire to get out of that damn comfort zone that has the diabolical voice that tells you, but where are you going? You don't see how well you are here. You also just bought an iPhone 20 with only 18 installments. Where do you go in a country where they don't even give you credit to buy it? And that's the little voice you have to defeat, because it is she who will force you to a flat life made up of sacrifice. You have to travel. Today you can go around Europe with a few euros, and there are also opportunities for very long trips that were once really unapproachable. Thanks to the app, today you can go to sleep with a few euros at someone's home and see what's right there in that place you've always dreamed of but never reached because of that evil voice, which is there every day to remind you that if you leave that job that enslaves you, you probably won't find another one. But you have to fight it. You have to overcome this fear and take risks. We are not trees. They didn't plant us in one place to stay there. We are human, thinking, but sometimes we use the rational part of the brain too much and the instinctive part too little. You have to explore, get out of that circle, open up horizons and see the view from another window. If you don't like it, you can always go back and rest assured that you probably won't go back to doing the work before, but not because you won't find it, but because study and exploration will have offered you new knowledge and you will still do something differently, which will lead you to a degree of happiness. Take risks, never regret the steps forward you will take, and remember, from the greatest faults you will learn the greatest teachings, and that will be your armor, which will protect you forever. As a part of the text of the great Italian singer says, whoever wakes up, lives, dies, and always hopes in his hands wins.